I think we owe them an explanation as to why this is so late.
I think you owe them an explanation.
I have been
busy.
Very busy. April is a very big month for me because I had loads of mock exams. And May isn't that good either, but I do have study leave, so I can kind of be more flexible with stuff. But yes, so there hasn't been an Ask Shaverly for officially April, but it's May like the 2nd or whatever. So, you know, I'm sorry. Probably be doing another Ask Shaverly within the month to like make up for it, because it's not fair if you just get one now. Get my drift. That was really badly explained.
We're going to be uploading 2 Ask Shaverlys this month.
So what was the topic for this month?
Sex.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. The first sex question is from Ella, and she asks, how do you know if you're ready? If you have to ask yourself if you're ready, you're probably not ready.
Yeah. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's not it's not a life-changing event.
Virginity is a social construct.
Everyone makes it out to be this huge, massive-ass big thing, and then it's like, oh, that happened.
I think once you recognise it, the fact that it's not a big deal, that's when you're ready. Next question comes from Fiona Moore, and she asks, what do you think of pubic hair? What are your personal preferences?
Personally, for me, I can't have pubic hair if I'm having sex, but I wouldn't care if my partner did.
Yeah, same. With women, it's a lot harder for us to shave to the extent where we are hairless, because A, there are so many body parts we can shave. Like, men have dick and face, like balls, dick and face, basically. But we have legs, we have armpits, we have fucking...
Some people shave their arms.
Knuckles, we have arms, we have vaginas, so...
Feet, toes, fucking get your mirror, you have to get the razor. The razor has to be new and sharp. And, you know, you're bound to leave a few hairs.
And also, you have to be really careful about what you put in your vagina. Like shaving foam wise, or if you use soap, then you've got to be really careful. I don't think women should have a completely hairless vagina, because hair on the vagina helps fight bacteria and infection and STIs, so it's good to have a little bit.
But I prefer without.
Just don't
I don't mind if my partner does, but I prefer not to have it myself, because I feel more confident without hair in the way.
Shanice asks, how do you keep the fire lit in long-term relationships?
The fire should stay lit with the love that you have. So, if you're finding yourself fighting to keep it lit, then you shouldn't have to do that.
Well, who we fall in love with isn't a choice, but I think who we stay in love with is definitely a choice, because, you know, you have arguments with people and you still, like, get over it and you fight to keep yourself in love. Over a long period of time, the arguments could get very heavy and you could just feel like your relationship is a chore.
Try new things that could keep it lit, and I don't just mean in the bedroom, guys. I mean, if you go out for pizza every Friday, go out for Chinese, or, you know, just small changes like that can really up things.
You know, they say that, like, anal
keeps
fires lit.
No, that would hurt my bum hole.
You certainly be keeping something lit. What do you think about victim blaming when it comes to rape/sexual abuse? Is it the victim's fault if they don't say anything to stop the sex? Rape is only a girl's fault if she's the rapist, and rape is only a man's fault if he's the rapist. Which is a really, like, simple but deep way of explaining consent.
I find it funny that people can blame victims. The whole point of being a victim is being a victim.
My sociology teacher says this in a really good way. She said, if I'm gardening and I get a shovel and I whack it around Shakira's head, is it like murder if I kill her with the shovel even though she was gardening too?
Guys, when they're raped, don't come out about it, because they're like, oh, but you're a guy, you can't get raped. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Actually,
more men get raped than we like to admit. The statistics for men in general when it comes to stuff like this, like sexual assault and rape and just stuff like this, is not true, because most men don't want to talk about it.
The reason women are so much higher on the abuse and rape scale is because it's easier for them to come out about it, because they won't get called wimps and they'll get called strong for coming out and talking about it, whereas if a man does it, they're just like, yeah, but you can't be raped.
Obviously, if you are watching this and you know someone who has been sexually assaulted or yada yada yada, if you know anybody, if you're going through it yourself, there are helplines, there are people who care about you and will give you a hug under the most consent and will try and help you to regain the balance that you need and you want and you deserve. It's not your fault. Never in a million years. is it your fault? It's really important to stress. What's your opinion on BDSM and other kinks?
Everyone to their own.
As long as it isn't waved in my face, I don't really care.
What you do in your bedroom is your choice. You don't have to tell me every detail. Spank me harder, Daddy.
Oh God, stop it. I don't like it when you say that word.
Daddy.
It's horrible.
It is horrible. Daddy. Daddy.
You sound like
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair.
You sound like the Jaws theme tune. Daddy. Daddy. It's like if someone prefers brown bread over white bread, we won't sit there and be like, you can't have brown bread, can you? It's dirty.
Vegans.
Is porn okay? It's great.
It's great.
As long as it's made in the right way, and as long as the women and men don't give me body issues that I can't compete with. Some teenage boys, like 13 or 14, will come across porn, and they will come across these things, and even women or young girls will come across porn like this and think that this is how sex works, and then they get to the bedroom
And they're like, whoa.
and they're just like, they don't know what to fucking do because it's not like porn.
Okay, this is going to sound really sexist, I'm sorry. But what a lot of guys do to women in porn, I can't see a woman actually enjoying. Like, it would be rare that a woman would actually enjoy
That's not sexist, no.
that.
Because a woman orgasms through clitoris. And most of it is penetrative. So Acacia asks, which is better, sex with men or sex with women? If you have no experience, think about it logically or guess.
I pick women all the time.
I guess I have more experience with sex with men.
Same, but I still pick women. I prefer outside stimulation to inside.
The way women have sex and the way men have sex is very, very different. Very different. So I'm not sure you can compare them.
They're not even on the same scale.
You need to find yourself a person in general, whether it's a man or a woman or in between or outside.
That knows what they're doing with me.
Not necessarily knows what they're
that's
doing.
willing to
Try new things and find out what they're supposed to be doing.
a 50-50 pleasure, not just I'm gonna have all of this and you can have like 1%.
One question on everyone's lips is, when did you lose your virginities? If you did. Is it on everyone's lips though? I lost my V card at 15, almost 16. I know I'm a little bit of a slut.
Was I 17?
I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure.
I was 17. That's a good age to lose it, I would say.
If you were ready.
For me, yeah.
Don't really regret the circumstances that I went in during my first time. And that's a blessing, but I don't speak to the person that I lost it to anymore. I don't have a desire to.
Lol, same.
It was a time that happened. It was great. It's gone.
It's good at the time.
Now it's not, and it's more of a fish now.
Fish boy!
There's just some things like your virginity that you're going to keep in a little box in your brain and just pull out.
And again, it doesn't exist.
Actually, fun fact about me losing my virginity, I had the song guacamole, guacamole in my head
You need to insert that.
the whole time. How important is foreplay? Lube is more important than foreplay.
I know, but if you're a girl and you've had no foreplay whatsoever, how the fuck does he expect to get in you? This is a girl, like, I mean a guy, I guess, like, he gets, if he's turned on, he's turned on. You don't really need to touch it to turn it on. But with a girl, something needs to happen. Like, you don't necessarily need to touch there, but something needs to happen. Boob groping, freaking this. Like, something needs to happen.
I love it when your boy does this and you just like
to get the girl going.
To incorporate lube and the foreplay. That makes it interesting. Like, there you go. Tips for your boys out there and girls, if you and boys, everybody, just be nice. And foreplay is great. It's really great. And maybe you could even get in on the foreplay too. Because you're not going to come as soon as
a girl touches
you see it. It's like, oh no. Unless you're like 12, then you probably not. Do you think it should be a criminal offence to sex? Is it perfectly innocent? Depends if it's scaring you and if you're comfortable with it. If someone's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking get this sledgehammer, I'm going to put it up your ass, and you're like,
oh my god, Shakira, that's a bit.
Then yeah, that's not good.
That's a bit.
But if it's just like,
slides my dick in your vagina.
who says that is sex? What is your opinion on STDs? If you think you have one, what should you do? Go get checked out, my friend, because we don't want you to birth a child with AIDS.
Yeah, you don't want that for your future children, and you know, have a check before you have sex, have a check after.
Have to check during sex. Scratch and sniff? No.
I would say after you've had sex, especially with a new person, get checked out.
Definitely.
Because they've had sex with people before them, and it's a chain cycle, and you know, before you know it, you've had sex with everyone. And you've caught AIDS from Bob's uncles, cousins, Jerry's brothers, sons, dog.
That really brings a new meaning to Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle? Oh no. Next month.
Towards the end of May, we're going to be doing an episode of Ask Shaverly on mental health. That can be anything from anxiety, about exam stress, or to full-blown schizophrenia.
Just
Ask us your questions in the comment section below on mental health. See you towards the end of May for another Ask Shaverly episode. And don't forget, if there's any topic that you want to do, make sure that you tell us on any of our social media. Mine's in the description box below. You can go find Waverly's channel and find hers as well. Or you can just leave them in the comments. If you have any specific topics you want us to talk about, leave them in the comments.
hit us up, bro.
1, 4, 3. Bye. Mwah. Ow.
What's the worst that could happen? You'll never know unless you try. Don't be put off by your self-doubting thoughts. If you don't take a leap, then you might never fly.